Yo, good evening, people. I've been YouTube searching, YouTube surfing, and it pains me to announce Magoo, longtime Timbaland collaborator Magoo, has passed away. For some of y'all who might not be familiar with Magoo's music, he had a song that I like called "Love to Love You." I got that Timbaland CD actually. I still got it. "Love to Love You" was one of them. That was a song with him and Timbaland. He had other appearances on Timbaland's debut CD. I can't remember the title of the songs and shit. He said Magoo. He said Magoo was nice. I just posted his clip, his verse from "Love to Love You" and shit. I enjoyed it. Yeah, he had a couple of other joints, man. It was kind of like club joints, college type joints you would hear probably at on college campuses and shit. "I Love to Love You" I liked it. That I fucked with that joint. He said he was enjoyable hip hop. Yeah, very fun. He said I'm banned from comment on IG. I tried to say something and forgot. Good afternoon, everybody. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in here. He said he sounded like Q-Tip. You were supposed to let me get to that. He sounded a lot like Q-Tip. He had kind of like the nasal delivery. Up jumps the boogie. They're naming. He was around, man. He had a unique, unique subject matter. My wife went to school with Magoo. I'm gonna tell her right now. He said, yeah, he did sound like Q-Tip. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to the whole 757. Somebody told me that he's from Norfolk and shit. I used to live in Norfolk. You already know about that part though. He said, man, 50 is too soon to go. I don't want to comment on it, man. It is Craig Mack had a song called "What You Gonna Do When God Come." Let me just leave that right there and shit. He said he had abstract flow and sound, just like Q-Tip. He did. He said, I used to stay in Richmond back in the day. Now, now that we got through that, I'm gonna go through the MC Shannon Nas thing briefly. That KRS-One performance, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. He said Clarence Avant died too. Did he? The Black Godfather. Damn. Condolences to the genius. I watched his documentary. We're gonna hear a lot more about that. People gonna hear that name a lot more today if that's factual. I'm gonna talk about the hip hop 50 thing. That KRS-One performance, man. God damn. That KRS-One performance. He said KRS-One was supposed to have his own set, not come out on Fat Joe's set. Joe probably had a hand in that, but that shit was just steroids. And if I'm from Splash was good, Pimp. If I'm from the Bronx and KRS got that type of ammunition, oh, we got to be on stage together at a 50-year hip hop anniversary performance. You know he bringing that, all of that, and he be on that shit. He be on that shit. The energy that people probably try to bring to the show on that particular night. That's some shit that KRS-One does on the regular. So All hail KRS-One. She said I was speechless. Yeah, definitely a big influence. This all I'm gonna say on the MC Shan thing. They got past it. I'm pretty sure he probably feels some type of way about Nas anyway. He has to. Nas is the only other person that's going to be on the scale in regards to Queensbridge legacy. So I believe MC Shan wants people to support him and stand alongside him, like the Bronx stand alongside KRS-One. Uh, the performance that KRS-One did, he bringing that. He bringing that. And of course, him and MC Shan's story is intertwined, and Shan probably would want the same type of, I don't know, support and reverence from QB, but Shan got to get his dribble right if he want to execute this correctly. If he want everybody to, if he want to appease everybody, he got to get his dribble right and come to the table right. And that's all I'm going to say about that. In regards to the overall legacy of Queensbridge, though, MC Shan was first. MC Shan, of course, went through everything he went through with the Juice Crew and his battles with KRS-One. He is who he is. He said, what did Shan do? Shan made a video, and he probably jumped off the handle a little bit. He probably didn't have all the facts in regards to the his reactionary video that he put out. Jason said, get some veneers. Yeah, he got to get his dribble right. He got to get all that correct, period. The video that he put out, he it was profanity in it and, a bunch of other shit. And I felt it may have been warranted at the time. He's standing up for himself. Everything that he said in the video, I pretty much agree with, but he constantly went back to if you in control, if you the one that's calling the shots, if, and apparently Nas wasn't in the position that MC Shan assumed him to be in, and that's how that video went where it went. I wanted to speak on it because I seen in a lot of the videos, people were speaking about Shan and speaking down on Shan a little bit. And I seen a video, his rebuttal video where he was saying, I got 6, 7 cars in the driveway and boats and all of that. He do got a boat. He pulled up on me with a boat. Pulled up on me driving an old Tahoe, an old bucket Tahoe with a brand new boat. It was, and I had his name on it or some shit. Might have had Down by Law on it or some old shit like that. But yeah, he got the boat. He's not no like scrub type nigga. I believe he just assumed it to be money on the table and wanted his. They've got past it. They done been on camera since then. I don't know, man. He said I just subscribed to Gully TV. That's what's up. Mark Miller said I'm from Cuisines. Yeah, I hear you. He said old heads on social media is a slippery slope. He said he still didn't bring Shan out. He gotta have his shit together, man. You gotta have yourself together to a point people want you around. Like, you know what I mean? Like we all possess attraction powers. As men, we got to be trying to look our best, especially entertainers. When you see KRS performance, he looked at healthy, he looked at powerful, he looked at like the fucking blast master and shit, and that's why they brought him up there like that. He said, I think he was right to feel that way, but he could have handled it smoother with more class. the video that I seen with him and Nas together, Nas is a real laid back nigga. He don't nothing seem to move him and shit. They got through it. They got through it. But all right, this is what I came here for. This FBG DUCK'S situation. This is something that I stood and watched from the outside because I didn't cover their music all like that. I didn't get down with his body of music until I think the song was called Chicago Legends or something like that. And I thought it was dope. I thought the gesture was dope. I thought everything about I liked it, everything about it. I liked the message that he was trying to convey. And I believe he might have wanted peace. Damn, but as y'all know, if y'all following this, he said I was a big fan of Doug. Heard me when he died after my birthday. Check it out. Damn, neighbors. He had an encounter. He had an encounter. He said, "Baby mama's telling it all. Not just that, his mother telling it all. She telling what's been told to her. They knew about. They knew about all of this." Like days after it happened. They knew about all of this like days after it happened. This shit is unfolding to us like it's unfolding to us like, like a sitcom or some shit like that. But this shit, was they knew about this shit. They knew about it days after, like 4 or 5 days after they knew about it right away. Something that I have to go back to is that he said sloppy. He said that paperwork crazy. Listen, hold on. Let me make sure I got this charger. He said his gun jammed too. I heard. Hey, you can sit right here, yo. I don't need the paperwork. They have a couple witnesses. FBG Butter is one of the witnesses. The dude Teasy, that's his name, right? They said a YouTuber was a real live informer. I already told y'all that. Teasy was his name, right? This is what happened. Why is his name THF? Why is his name THF? Let me get that part first. What did that THF stand for? That right there, that interaction with that dude, trigger happy fan. Are you serious? So he's a shooter too. I ain't co-signing his activity. He's a shooter too. So he's a thug too. Right. All right, I get that part. He he wasn't trigger happy when he seen Duck. He wasn't trigger happy when he seen Duck. The part that is like disturbing and shit, right? If he had a problem with him, he seen him. They was there together. They was there. If you had a problem with him, you seen him. You seen him, you seen him, you seen him. Now there's allegedly a female involved, right? Now if there's a female involved, that kind of defeat or kind of like changed the motive because they said when he got on the phone, it was about money. He said somebody said he dropped a location because back in the day, Duck knocked. That's it. I'm getting it. I'm getting to that part. Allegedly, right? Boom. He supposed to knocked his BM down. If he had an issue with him about that, they could have dealt with that right there. Do y'all think that his rage or his issue with him about the girl superseded the whole having money on his head thing? Do y'all think he did that for the girl or for the money? Duck was smashing Teasy baby mom, and when he seen Duck, he dropped the addy on Duck all over a woman. Boston George said for the money. Cameron said the girl. He didn't get no money. He said for the girl, emotions. It was his BM. Okay, all right. So if it was emotions tied to it, and it was his BM, wouldn't he get more satisfaction out of dealing with it himself? He said he didn't get paid; he got played. Wouldn't wouldn't that be more satisfying to do it yourself if you got an issue with him as opposed to calling somebody from out calling some other niggas? He called Dirk brother too. He was calling all of them niggas. He called the first person he asked for was D-Thang. He said Gully, his lawyer, need to bring up that point. He texted the BM emoji. He said not in broad daylight by himself, but he called some other niggas to do it by himself. I thought he was trigger happy. He said he was probably low key shook. I believe he was scared too. They said that they got video footage. They got video footage of everything. They got video footage of everything. Not only do they got video footage, they got some audio too. It was a security guard in the store. He was aware of who these niggas was, and he was recording low key. He recording low key. The security guard getting his Snapchats and shit in. He said the security was a fed. He was in a hell of a place to pick that up. They said that there's video footage of Teasy shaking. He was so nervous he was shaking. And he was watching Duck from across the street. He said they got the video and the cell phone pings as well as the rental car info. They was too sloppy and wanted to hit a big target. He said Duck was a problem for them. He was scared to call reinforcements. Yeah, he was definitely shook. He was definitely shook. He didn't even call his own niggas. Duck was like 6'7" and can fight. He was scared. I seen a picture of him looking out the window giving a drop. Like, who took that picture and shit? All surveillance. They even got video surveillance of them niggas running out the houses and running out the buildings at O Block, running to this assassination and shit. He said them niggas cooked like Thanksgiving turkey. They knew who did this shit. They knew about this shit 4 or 5 days after this shit was over. 4 or 5 days after, they knew everything. They knew everything. He said Duck probably pressed him like, we good, right? Nah. He asked Duck for a picture. He asked Duck for a picture. Taking pictures in Chicago as a rapper, that has to be a tricky, deadly game. That has to be a tricky, deadly game. He asked him for a picture. And of course, he knowing the situation that he in, knowing that he got, ops or beef or whatever, he ain't gonna take no picture with no fan because the fan is gonna go post this shit and say, yo, I just ran into FBG Duck on the Gold Coast and da 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 da, where with the shopping district. He know better than that. So he said he tried the cop. He asked him for a picture. He told him no. He said Duck was strapped for sure. He didn't think that they would try that shit down there. That's what it boiled down to. It boiled down to how brazen they was. Because at the end of the day, Duck felt that he probably would be safe down there. He said he didn't know he was an op. So he's telling this dude, nah, I don't want to take a picture with him. Totally not knowing this guy, totally not knowing that he was involved with this guy, baby mom. I don't know this nigga, but he know me because I'm famous and shit. That's basically what happened. He said Duck and his brothers were problems. They killed him too. They saying Duck's gun jammed because it was a ghost gun. They got the audio of him calling them niggas. They got the audio of him calling them niggas and asking for names, asking where they at. THF clipped up with O Block. He knew calling O Block would get him three things: a bag, clout, and one of the ops said all of that with one call. That's how it happened. Duck didn't know him, but he should have known. He said, Duck, no dog, they had words. You think he knew him? You think he knew him? So why wouldn't he be alerted after if I'm dealing with a nigga's girl and he come up and ask me for a picture, I'm gonna be on high alert. I'm gonna be on high alert ASAP. I would be focusing more on him, this nigga who just asked me for a picture about this girl than anybody else because we all know how these niggas act about girls. He said he should have known something. Somebody asked to take a pic. He famous. He said Vaughn got songs with THF members. Someone actually texted someone and said we on a duck hit while they was en route. That's crazy. Third party extendos have a history of feeding problems. Bezu from THF. Y'all like this video. Good evening. As y'all come in here, I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. TZ got a 50,000. TZ got a $5,000 cash app, and he was texting about his other half. So he only wanted 10 for that. Duck knew, but I think he also knew he was stuck in a situation and couldn't get out the back door of the place he was shopping in. I would think that he would have been trying to get the fuck up out of there. That's got to be some fucked up circumstances to live under, though. He saw him pull up. He tried to go in the back, and they wouldn't let him. Duck had a cousin from THF. The workers told him he couldn't go out the back. Man, they would have had a problem out of me. The workers would have had a problem out of me. He said I would have just stayed in the store. We was that whole situation was if that was the case, he said he saw them coming. If that was the case, why leave the store? Like, you gotta at this point basically dare them niggas to do it in front of everybody, do it in front of these white folks. Cameras, for some reason, niggas feel that they can beat cameras. But a live white woman witness, niggas don't want that. Niggas don't want that. Niggas don't want that. Straight up. Straight up. Niggas do not want that. But niggas will try the camera and shit. He said, if my life is on the line, I'm going in the back. Yeah, who gonna stop me? Especially if he allegedly had a pistol with him and shit. They the dudes, the guys that they have for it, they cook. They gonna die in jail. It's a high profile federal situation. It was done down there in public, man, in the people shopping district. They gonna make an example out of it. They gonna make an example out of them niggas. They is. He said that song Crush O Block Soul. Duck was the driver on the hit of O Block Namesake. He's on camera in 2011. He said I would have been stalling talking to the employees extra long. If he didn't, if they said he had a hammer on him, but man, I'm not going out there to deal with them niggas, man. No, no, no. We got to make a phone call. Like, I'm not leaving this motherfucking store. He said, when you go to certain spots, they will make an example. He was supposed to get out of there as soon as he seen dude. He shouldn't have been shopping in Chicago anyway. He should have been in Indiana. He knew the bag was on his head. He can't be in the turf and during war times. They said he told his mother that they was trying to find her a house and he was moving to Houston when all of this happened. He said, I don't get why people acting like they wouldn't just come in the store too. They did it in broad daylight in front of cameras, people, everyone. They was coming in the store too. He was stuck. Man, come your ass in this store and do it in front of all these white folks. Come in this store and do it in front of all these white folks. It changes things. That changes things. Come on in, come in the store and do it in front of all these white folks. Because it's going to turn into you're going to have to do everybody in here. You know you don't want to do no white folks. No. He said, facts, I dare you. He said, chase me through the loading dock. They wasn't going to do no chasing. They got some that'll run you down. He said, they wasn't coming in that store, bro. I don't think they was going to come in the store. He said, shopping for his son's B-Day. What a gift. He was outside in the line and they start shooting. My man said, I'm behind the counter shooting everything in the door. My man said, if they boom one of them white folks, they getting the fricassee. They getting the fricassee for this right here. The shooting started in the store. Only 2 went in. I seen his mother speaking this morning and shit. I feel sorry for her having to raise her boys in those circumstances and shit. The way she speak of Duck, she definitely knew that was her meal ticket. She definitely knew that. Just ran out of time. He said they literally shot Duck and the store up. They was going in. He said they gonna know not to bust a pop rock in the Gold Coast after this. Put my life on the line. I'm not asking to go in the back. I'm going out the back. Facts. Duck had a decent bag, but didn't want to leave gang banging behind. He was her Ricky like Boys in the Hood. He said, right, if you say no, I'm knocking you over. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do in this store until I can get the safety. But when your day come, when your time is when your number is called, that's just it. It don't even really matter what you allegedly feel that you was gonna do at that point. The whole thing is just sad. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. I'm flabbergasted because we assume this to be a long, drawn out war and shit that triggered this when in all reality it was about a female. Something that Duck's mother kept saying that she kept stressing this and it hit really hard. She was like, these niggas didn't become rappers and become successful to change their life or anything like that or help anybody. These niggas became rich and successful so they can pay, so they can afford to pay for the murder of my son. That hit hard as a motherfucker. That's a hard ass line right there. That's a hard ass line. And I know we all know we all know who she's talking to when she say that. I think she might even put names on. DJ Nick, what's up? Appreciate your super chat. He said they didn't care after that song. He said they went blind after they heard that he was there. They treated him like he was the president of the ops. Her son was putting in work though. He was seen in public in a Buster. My man said Dirk is Muslim. He ain't worried. Oh my God, man. Tapping in from Japan. They acted on impulse and emotion, and this is the result. Could y'all imagine that they got a murder of this magnitude, a hip hop murder of this magnitude on camera, several on camera, filmed from several different perspectives, several phones in addition to the security, and audio. Could you imagine? They got the fucking audio of a person calling in a hit on the phone live. A case of this magnitude. Could you imagine? He said that was one of the dumbest shootings ever. Them whatever price that them niggas was promised, they lost their mind for it. It's almost like taking advantage of poor people. People that be doing that, that's almost like taking advantage of poor people. I was watching this documentary about either Noriega or Escobar. I think it's Pablo Escobar. And Escobar sent a teenager to kill a motherfucker, right? And he promised him 2 million pesos. He promised him 2 million pesos, right? They said that the 2 million pesos, yeah, that's what he offered him, was worth about 650 American dollars at the time. Totally took advantage of his youth. And that's what people be doing here. Shit. Took advantage of his youth and desperation. AZ said that. Poverty, no, he said only the real can relate to shit a hungry man a try. That's heavy. But people be taking advantage of these poor niggas. These niggas don't got much and shit, man. And when you starving and shit, somebody tell you they gonna give you 10,000, man. You just That might sound like 100,000 to some niggas who don't got it. It might even sound like 1,000,000. But in all reality, it's not even retainer fee for a murder case. It ain't. My man said poor and ignorant. He said, I know people that will whack people for 300. Boosie was doing that to Marlo Mike. Yummy was 10 or 11. He said, yeah, they kill him for $500 an ounce of weed. What do you think about the blogger Trench's News being a cooperator and give the feds a statement and info? I already knew he was a rat. I already knew he was a rat, man. I already knew he was a rat. And since you brought him up, right? Hey, yo, since you brought his retarded, goofy ass up, right? I don't appreciate you having my fucking name in your mouth like you do, my nigga. Like, I really, I'm annoyed by it. You know why? Because you a bum ass nigga. That's how all of this shit started, by you being a bum ass nigga. Nobody goes live from fucking Atlantic City, my nigga. That's not styling on anybody. I told you all of that. But listen, let me tell you exactly what I did to you, dirtbag. You's a fucking scumbag. I knew that you was jealous and tyrannical. I knew you was jealous and tyrannical, and I knew if I paid you no mind, you would go on to someone else with your envy. And what you did was you started going after Wallow and Gilly. You call Wallow a blade. You tried to create a rumor. You tried to say that he was a blade in the state penitentiary. If he was anything like that, we would have already got that news a long time ago. But this is something that you created, right? After that, going beyond that, like your last 10 videos is what you say? Wallow and Gilly exposed. You got a problem with them niggas now and shit. You started out dick riding them and shit. Them niggas don't fuck with you, and you choose to pursue the same route that was tried by others and shit. Them niggas don't fuck with you. You start trying to ridicule them niggas and shit. But what it did was it highlighted your tyranny. It highlighted your tyranny. It let everybody know that this weird, retarded motherfucker will go to any length to hate on somebody doing better than him. Any length. Yeah. But this is the only reason that I'm mentioning you, because you need some straightening, my nigga. This retarded motherfucker brought out his criminal record and was trying to establish that he's more thorough and liver than me because he has 29 arrests. This is what this nigga did. This is what this retarded motherfucker did. This is what this retarded ass nigga did. This nigga brought his criminal record. I only got one state number. I only went to the penitentiary one time when I was 18 years old and shit. I never went back that route, my nigga. You feel me? That's your reality. That's what I believe. That's where a lot of you niggas think that y'all masculinity derives from. If you go to my channel, if you come to my channel and look at the first video I uploaded here, it was about me being a prison basketball legend. I never talked about that shit again. You feel me? I got too many highlights today to stand on that shit. A lot of niggas think that that's where they self-worth and masculinity derives from. The fucking penitentiary. It's too many motherfuckers online talking about the penitentiary. Where did you niggas come from? Where did you niggas come from? It was a lane. Briefly. It was a brief lane. It fizzled out in like 2 months. Go look at St. Laz's channel. St. Laz has flipped and developed and recreated himself several times to still exist. That's why that shit dope. But if you think that you gonna come here and tell us a prison story that we ain't heard already, You're sadly mistaken. And while we on this topic, I need to talk about this. I'm so glad that the dirty side of YouTube is dying. It's dying. It's dying. It's dying. It's dying. It's dying. I figured out if you don't give it any fuel, it was bound to die from the beginning. It was bound to die from the beginning because it didn't have any positive energy associated with it. Dig. Anyway, as far as that goofy ass nigga, I been knew that nigga was a rat. I been knew he didn't do nothing to the nigga that bodied his fucking brother and he's still on the streets. All of that. My niggas is from North Philly and shit. So we off that. But the jail shit, it actually make y'all look remedial, man. We've been home a long time. I know how I have. I don't even know how prison system is even operated anymore. I don't. That ain't even a part of my reality and shit. People who like stuck there and shit, I feel sorry for you. Word. He said 29 times. 29 times, and you got caught 29 times. Yeah, retarded motherfucker. Think we got something in common. Be making videos talking about Philly trenches versus the real Gully TV. Nigga, I don't know your retarded broke ass nigga. You talk about some niggas on your channel that I know personally and shit. I don't know you, clown. Straight up. I don't know you, bozo. Don't nobody know you for getting no money. You keep trying to establish this point of you. Post pictures of yourself. Post pictures of yourself. You say that you was getting this paper because post pictures of yourself, my nigga. That's the difference between me and the rest of these niggas. My story check out. The story that you niggas want, that drug activity, that drug background, living like Little Fresh, that's really my story. I really got the pictures. I really looked at like this in 92, 93. That's the truth. Everybody's story ain't like that. And you niggas be envious of that shit. I'm past that. Y'all still battling with my low self. Y'all should be considering what the fuck I didn't grew in to be. Straight up. He said they think prison is a badge of honor. It means you failed. It means you got caught. Period. It means you got caught. Bottom line. He said, I see Magoo was in the title. People were saying he was the worst rapper ever. No, he wasn't. Magoo was way better than what's my nigga name? Silk the Shocker was a low point in rap. He was, man. Like Silk just couldn't get it together, man. He said Magoo had his lane. Yeah. I used to hear Magoo a lot on college campuses and shit. They used to like Magoo. Magoo was a decent rapper. I never understood why people call him whack. He passed away at 50 years old. Magoo verse on Up Junks the Boogie was nice. He said Silk was more memorable than Magoo. Yeah, memorable for being terrible and shit. That's why you remember him. Silk wasn't better than Magoo rapping, sound wise. He said it was his voice. He sounded like Q-Tip. He said he ripped Love to Love You. He did. He said, yeah, Silk was horrible. He said Silk was before his time. Everybody offbeat now. Silk wasn't just offbeat, man. Silk was just saying any fucking thing, yo. He said maybe classic verses, not classic songs. Timbaland put out a solo CD around 98. He had that song with Jay-Z called Lobster and Shrimp. He had a whole bunch of different artists on that joint. Magoo was on a few of them joints on there. They was live. A lot of people are not making it through their 50s. We got more information than ever about things that can enhance our immune system and just overall put us in a better state health wise. We got the knowledge of the fucking watermelon now, the H3O. People got to just start applying the science. The information. What do y'all do all day when y'all watching them TikTok videos and shit like that? Y'all listening to these niggas talk about jail. My man said I'm chewing on burdock right now. The information is available. We got to use it. They put the chick Ice Spice in the top 100 rappers of all time list. They need to stop doing that shit. They need to stop doing that shit. It ain't enough. It ain't enough room for nobody. Let me just put this out here. It ain't enough room for anybody to enter the top 100 rappers. Them slots been filled up a long time ago. It ain't no room. It ain't no room for no new rappers to enter a top 100. Those slots have already been filled. Period. It's too many. Ice Spice make music for people with low attention span. Trey Buck said, I can't believe that. Let's talk about this part of it, right? People try to denounce, ridicule, or attack Complex, Billboard, and all them people when they make them lists, right? But these niggas will walk through glass to get on Complex. These niggas will walk through glass to get on Complex. They will. See, you can reduce their power and their relevancy by not fucking with them. Y'all say that y'all don't agree with their lists. Y'all say that they don't represent hip hop when they create these these categories and shit like that. That ain't hip hop. These people ain't hip hop. But when y'all got something going on, y'all want to go over there and fuck with them. Y'all can totally reduce them to nothing by not fucking with them. Seriously, by not fucking with them. We already got media outlets here that's thriving and shit like that, right? We got media outlets whose opinions y'all respect, right? We got media outlets that y'all come through when y'all want to debut y'all latest project, right? Right? Got to keep this shit logical. Teezy was scary and he knew if he made a call, he would get paid. Didn't get paid though. He said she's definitely not top 1,000. They need to stop doing that shit. For real. Kenny said that energy works across the board. Yeah. Basketball is a team sport. Pass the rock. I be telling these niggas the culture and the industry are two different things. Small hats dictate the industry, and that spills into the culture. Sports YouTube content creators have killed ESPN. Dame Dash told people that it was going to be like this one day, though. That's actually power. Jalen Rose can go off and be who he want to be by himself. So can Stephen A. Smith. Imagine if them niggas all work together. Because that's who we tune in. We tune in to ESPN for the black personality. Shannon, Stephen A., Jalen Rose, right? He said Cam and Mace finished ESPN. That ain't true. You bugging. I watched some episodes. This era of music has been trash except for a few gems sprinkled in. Hmm. If Ice Spice is on the list, I know Marvelous is right now. Marvelous ain't on the list. Marvelous would kill that broad. She'd kill a lot of these chicks. There was more. There was people with bigger names than that left off the list. I know that they said Lloyd Banks was left off of it. Uh, it was some snubs. It was some disrespectful snubs, almost laughable and shit. He said facts since the Stuart Scott days. He said Shannon saw it coming. I didn't. I thought they would be disrupting the chemistry at ESPN by letting them guys go. I thought it was a bluff. Tory Lanez is isolated from general population, only allowed out 2 hours a day. Lloyd Banks and Juelz was left off the list. The list was for New York alone, not 50 best MCs. Are you sure about that? AZ was left off. Are you sure about that? AZ, that's a huge snub. That's a huge, 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 huge snub. Ooh-wee. When people do that, you say you got some fucking nerve. That's how you know niggas ain't in charge. How you leave the nigga that broke Sugar Hill out? That's just a regular summertime barbecue joint. You're gonna just hear it all the time. It's just he said all these lists are dumb. Buckshot was robbed. He said, yeah, it was top 50 New York rappers. Got it. Y'all like this video? It's 800 over 800 people here, man. It's 200 likes, man. Make sure y'all go to the website and shop therealdribble.com, man. Get this fashion bomb couture snapback or something, man. And y'all get ready for PA knit season. I loaded up the site the other day. I got like 130 styles on there. No bullshit. 130 styles. He said, how they got Ice Spice on the list and not Cool G Rap? The list is based off of popularity. Current popularity. Ain't nobody gonna talk about this girl in like 2 years. The same way that people hold Yo Yo, Queen Latifah, and people like that, and MC Light in a high regard. Nobody's gonna be talking about this broad in 2 years at all. When you visit Uptown DC again, I'm out there all the time, man. That ain't a question, man. You bump into me, man. I'm tempting you or something. He said current Megan is done too. I don't put no heavy emphasis into the female rap category. You got to be super dynamic, and the females that I grew up on, they was like that, and they wasn't walking around shaking their ass. Y'all get ready for that joint I got with Blakey the Kid. I'm almost done with that book, The Poor, powerful, some revelations in there. Buckshot, Talib, disrespect. They should have been on the list if they weren't. Sexual rap is what they do. That shit don't got no hang time. Rest in peace, Clarence Avant. I saw a Throwback Prodigy video. I didn't know he thought Dipset was whack. I know he hated Joe Budden. He used to go off on. He used to go off sometimes. I'm listening to the Cloth right now. Cloth heavy. I'm listening to Smooth and Huss Kingpin right now. Heavy. He said, "Can we get Pillmatic too?" We already got records, man. We already got records. You got to follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. Got Pretty Ugly. Got Roscoe P. Cold Chain. Got DV Alias Christ. We got, let's see who else on the joint. Knowledge the Pirate. You know, you know. I'm sure you'll ask Lake about being involved with Prodigy, of course. I ain't sure. We not gonna even harp on their list, man, because we know who we listen to. We know what the cool table. We know where that shit. We know where that's at. He said no nature. No Big L. Coming soon, man. I got. If you got some questions that you think I should ask him, hit me up on Instagram at I am Gully TV _. Are you gonna do a top 50 list? That would be dope. I couldn't make a list that's accurate that I would want my name attached to, because some days I feel like Esco, some days I feel like Hove. Um, Guru from Gangstar is always high on my list. Biz Markie is always high on my list. It's just it'll take a lot of fucking energy, man. I listen to a lot of good rap, man. Like a lot, a lot, and I wouldn't leave anybody out. I'm gonna give you Special Ed. I'm gonna give you Ice Cube. I'm gonna give you Granddaddy IU. I'm gonna give you, what's my man, Cosmo D. You know what I mean? Large profession. My hip hop, my knowledge, my ear, it goes that deep, man. Y'all hear what I said? Cosmo D. He said CL Smooth, Brother J. All of them. They let academics curate the list these days. That's why we all. That's not true. Wise, intelligent. He said Cosmo D. Cosmo D was on Jam on It. EST. Cosmo D is going on the list. Some of them early niggas is going on the list. And y'all don't understand that. It'll take somebody like me to stand behind. This is who's on the list, and this is why I'm putting him on the list. But it would take too much fucking energy and shit. Kwame, listen to all these. Listen to all this good money. All this good money. He said MF Doom. People like that, like MF Doom, he probably wouldn't be on my list because I didn't listen to MF Doom. I didn't listen to MF Doom. I don't know his music like that. I know that people try to put emphasis on his mystique or whatever and shit. But when I was listening to him, he was Zev Love X. He was in Peach Fuzz. They would have went in the store and killed him, and crew didn't care. They shot up a funeral before. Okay, well, they're gonna have to deal with the shit that they did, as everybody does. I've been here an hour. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I want y'all to go to my website, therealdribble.com, man. Get you some of this flies. Fashion bomb couture, man, designed by yours truly. Therealdribble.com. He said, Puffy, definitely not PM. Anyway, man, I got to get back to work. Rest in peace to Magoo. Rest in peace to Magoo. He will be missed. And y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at @IamGullyTV_. Been here an hour. You could have been anywhere tonight, but you was here with the dribble. Peace.